So, with the release of Tegra Encore Review and with the release of a new proto-frame, Frost is one of them. And that reason is why I've decided to finally give Frost a shot, as well as give you guys a build that I've ran in my solo Steel Path Cascade attempt that I had the most successful with. But before I show you the build, I would like to give some insights about Frost. Now, if you're just here for the build, you can skip to this timeline right here. Okay, first and foremost, Frost is a caster frame, so more or less, he's going to have some energy issues, especially when he has low energy pool. Secondly, he can still armor strip overguarded enemy, and while they do get affected by cold procs, they can't get frozen since overguarded enemy will cap it at 4 stacks. Until overguard is depleted, then they will take cold procs as normal. Thirdly, when you're in a pinch, you can cast a snow globe to give you some breathing room, and it functions similar to Iron Skin. It will have a few seconds of invulnerability and absorbs incoming damage. That absorbed damage will be converted, giving you your snow globe more health. And if the enemy is in range while casting, they'll get pushed out and they'll instantly get frozen. Unfortunately, overguarded enemy don't seem to get affected by this. Please nerf overguard. Last but not least, I wouldn't recommend bringing Frost to level cap as he struggles a lot in some situations and can be really difficult to recover, but if you insist on doing it, then by all means. That's what this video is about. So here's the build. I have 2 of his augments which I feel are quite mandatory. Icy Avalanche gives you another source of protection, since while casting your Avalanche you are not immune on animation, which I feel is a missed opportunity in my opinion. He can still die mid-casting if you don't have a source to replenish shield to Shieldgate. Next up, Biting Frost. This is great, since you're going to be freezing stuff anyway with your Avalanche, and it's a nice boost to your weapon. The rest are self-explanatory. Brief Respite for shield getting, Prime Flow for more energy pool, Energy Nexus for passive energy regen. Our conversion of Stretch is not necessary, but you can use normal Stretch, but because I have a way to proc Electric with my companion, that's why I have it here. Catalyzing Shield makes so that I get a full shield gate from casting Avalanche. Prime Continuity for some duration. Rolling Guard is a flex slot, but you can substitute this for more range or strength. But from my experience from playing with this, it feels too good to not use it, so I have it there. And don't question about Surefooted, it's there for a reason. You can use whatever you want in the extra slot. As for Arcanes, I have Energize for energy, and I have Ice Storm. Freezing enemy will grant some durations and strength, which we'll be doing constantly anyway. As for Arcane Shards, I have 2 casting speed tower. You can use one if you like, but without it, Frost just feels too sluggish otherwise. 2 mini equilibrium towel and 1 strength towel. For the weapon setup I use Strun Prime Incarnate, and due to its silly interaction with Biting Frost augment, giving it a multiplicative crit in Incarnate form. Epitaph is a flex choice, since Struns is the only weapon I'm using for this whole setup. Regardless, Epitaph is great for priming enemy, especially when it's in a cold. With enough priming, you can freeze the enemy and in turn can benefit the setup. And Praetos is just for mobility stick to get around the map faster. And last but not least, Panzer Vulpaphyla. This is just to spread some Viral procs as well as Electric to proc Arcane Stretch, since Viral Quills does account for Modic Claws, surprisingly, and Tenacious Spawn for extra 1.2 crit multiplier. The rest are just some of my personal choice. So that's it. And now for the gameplay of me reaching to level cap. It was a struggle, I'll admit, but I managed to do so even though I didn't last very long after reaching it to level cap. And so yeah, enjoy my suffering. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good day, Tenno.